Hello there, guys and gals. How are you today? I hope everybody's great. First off, I'd like to thank everybody for my birthday wishes. I got so many birthday wishes on Facebook and on Instagram, not many on Instagram or Twitter, but I got a lot on Facebook and a lot of private messages, and I just thank you guys so much. And the people on Twitter and Instagram who wished me happy birthday. Thank you. Cecil and I went to the Shumash Casino, and I didn't win any money, but Cecil won a little money, and then Cecil don't gamble much. He takes his little $100 and he's like, I'm done. Me, I win 300 and put it back like a dum-dum. Okay, but anyway, thank you so much. And I know most of you guys probably noticed that Peter Michael Bobby did not wish me a happy birthday. Anyway, publicly, but look what I got. Look what I got, guys. I got a package from him. Okay, I got my Jackson's Empire shirt because Cecil had a birthday too, so I got one from him and one for Cecil and one for me from the Jackson's Empire shirt. Thank you so much, Teresa too, Bruner. And then a Jackson's Empire hat, and I got a Jackson's Empire mug, Jackson's Empire what do they call these? They call them another fancier word than mug. But what's it called? I don't know. But anyway, you can put your hot or cold stuff in there, and it keeps it that way. I got a card. Thank you so much. I got a card for me and Cecil because we both had birthdays. And guys, I got a lot of butterflies. So I don't know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then one of them I think broke. But there's 10 or 11 in here. But anyway, you order a DVD and I'll give you one of these butterflies. Okay, I'll give you one of these butterflies because he knows I put them in gifts. Teresa knows I put them in gifts. So I always give you guys the butterflies. And then of course I got the Jackson's Empire card that thanks for being a customer. And then I got a business card too, Jackson's Empire. So you guys make sure you order the DVDs of Alive 1, 2, and 3, and Alive 4. A lot of fans say this is their favorite, but you don't really understand this one until you get this one. Right? Because it kind of is an accumulation of stuff, and this is called The Missing Pieces. So anyway, so thank you, and also get a Prisoner of Fame. All right, thank you so much, Peter Michael Bobby and Teresa Bruner. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. All right, I've been reading. Okay, this is the IRS verdict. This is the IRS, okay? Conclusion, the Michael Jackson estate versus the IRS, okay? Michael did not have everything that he touches did not turn to gold. Okay? Everything he touches did not turn to gold. And he knows what didn't work. He knows the things that were successful and weren't successful, but we as the public may not know because they might not report everything that he does that's a success or a failure. But this was pretty good. The judge summed it up pretty decently. I'm only on page like 67 or something, and it's 271 pages, but I did have a favorite, page 48, right? All right, page 48. Look at that. Michael and Escape. Put it together, Judge. Michael escaped. Those were the 2 posthumous album of unreleased songs, plus a rare pearl. Okay, come and get it, the rare pearls, right? Remember that with Peter Michael Bobby, right? All right, so anyway, so I'm still reading this. One thing that I did learn, he said that Michael Jackson wasn't a high school graduate. Michael, go get your high school diploma, okay? I mean, my goodness, and anybody that's watching this, you guys know me, that there's nothing that proves that Michael Jackson is dead. Michael Joe Jackson is dead. Nothing. Something's wrong at every single level of that death trail. Everything. Something's wrong. Significantly wrong. Okay, and you will find that out if you watch the Alive docuseries, okay? So anyway, that was one thing that I learned. And there's other things, but I'm going to do a whole live on it, and I got notes and stuff like that, and one thing the judge didn't take into consideration, that Michael's a prankster. So everything on the surface is not what it seems, okay? But he can only deal with what they presented in court, right? So we know that the tax bill has been tremendously reduced, tremendously. Oh gosh, I got to put this down somewhere. Has been reduced from 700 million to about 45 million, and I don't know if it's over or if it's going to be appealed, or it's supposed to be his final conclusion. But the way that John Branca made a statement like, yeah, we're getting somewhere, but it's not done yet. So okay, so anyway, so that's all good news, and I'm going to be using my new computer. Whoop whoop. Okay. Even though I've had it since December, late December, but you guys know that I'm still attached to my old Sony that I've had since I think 2008. Gosh, right? I've had that computer a long time, but it's still, I love my old Sony. I love my old computer, but now I have a new Apple computer. So we are going to update some news, that there's some news. Before I forget, okay, I'll remember. Okay, here we go. Okay, Janet's having an auction. Okay, Janet is having an auction, and a lot of her proceeds were going to go to children in need. That was on Black Enterprise magazine. So she's doing some stuff with Scream, giving it away. Some of her other iconic outfits and stuff she's giving away. Thanks, Janet. We love Janet. Okay, so then this is my new computer, guys. I'll use my new computer. All right, so Prince is going to be working with the estate, okay? And the reason I know why is because they can't get money for an allowance from the estate anymore, because he's not in school, he's no longer a dependent, he's no longer a minor, and it says that they need to be of a certain age in order to get money from the estate, and probate hasn't closed, so he needed a job, so to pay his bills, just like Paris. Paris decided not to go to college, and when she decided not to go to college, she was emancipated from the estate. So that's why she's been making her own money. And talking about Paris is going to be joining Prince in Hill, LA, okay, in that charity. So that's really kind of cool. So they both were getting money from the estate for working. All right, this was good. Okay, this is Instagram. This person got mad at me, so I don't know if they blocked me or not, but let's see. Oh no, I'm not. All right, so anyway, so listen to this. Okay, I asked you guys to see how many death hoax clues there were in this, or Michael is alive clues. Okay, here we go.
Bad drive, and it was awful.
What?
He's the worst driver. Well,
he's the worst.
It ended up it wasn't good. And so,
I've only seen him be driven.
Yes, and there's a reason for that. It's because he actually can't drive very well. So just, I feel like watching him drive, I kind of I don't think I should do that. Okay, definitely don't do that, So, yeah, I mean, if I think about it maybe a little bit more, I could maybe come up with a better answer, but I really feel like the driving was something he actually taught me how to drive when I was like 5 or 6. And I also learned a lesson that way because we were driving at Neverland, right? And he was doing gas, I was steering, and we were in an SUV, and I decided I want to go get candy, so I hit this left hard, like at 6 miles an hour, and I felt the wheels pick up, and the car slammed back down, and that's how I learned. You got to hit the brake before you turn.
Okay, all right. He can't drive? Let's hear it one more time. It's nothing but a minute. Let's hear it one more time. Okay, here we go. One more time.
Bad drive, and it was awful.
What?
He's the worst driver. Well, not much. It ended up it wasn't good. And so,
I've only seen him be driven.
Yes, and there's a reason for that. It's because he actually can't drive very well.
Present tense. I know people talk about people in the present tense, but it's been nearly 12 years, and that's when you're looking back, 12 years ago or more, Prince, and these kids see Michael. There is not a bit of sadness in there, not a bit. Okay, happiness. He's the worst driver. Okay, so Michael, come on, So those are death hoax. Those are Michael is alive, because his enthusiasm, his happiness, no signs of sadness whatsoever. When Prince testified in the Catherine versus AEG live trial, he did not shed a tear at all. TJ and Taj did. They testified and they talked about their mother and they cried on the stand. I was there. I saw them cry. And their mother had died 20 years prior. Okay? So, and both of them were unexpected deaths. Both of them were supposedly homicides and unexpected deaths. So that's why Prince and Paris don't really cry, because he's not dead. And he said he's the worst driver. He can't really drive very good. Can't, that means present. Not he couldn't drive very good. So that was kind of fun. And that was nice too. All right. So let's go back. All right. Let's see what else I have here. And then I got to go. Oh, Michael. The estate. Tom Mesereau. Okay. Here we go. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. Tom Mesereau, guys. Tom Mesereau is joining the HBO case, okay? Oh my God, if he has to question Wade and James and he knows what happened in the 2005 trial, so woo-hoo, yay, Mesereau. So we are so happy that Mesereau is now on the legal team to fight against the HBO breach of contract, where it says never disparage Michael perpetually. Okay, it's perpetual, which means forever, ever, ever. All right, 2 years ago, blast from the past, Peter Michael Bobby, he wished Catherine a happy birthday, and LaToya liked it. That came up in my memories here on Facebook. And then let's see what else. And Teresa had a fundraiser, so if you can, donate to Florida's Panhandle Breast Cancer Association, if you don't mind. I did. Okay, and Peter Michael Bobby's been real quiet other than his trip to Las Vegas. So within the last 3 weeks, TJ and his family went to Vegas. Me and Cecil went to Vegas, and Peter Michael Bobby went to Vegas. And you know that I believe that Bobby is just a decoy, and I bet you Michael has a replica disguise that look just like him. So sometimes it's Peter, and sometimes never Peter, because the name's supposed to be Bobby Anderson. But sometimes it's Bobby Anderson, sometimes it's Michael, Peter Medani, Peter Pan, PYT. All that is nothing but an alias, right? All right. So anyway, so there's supposed to be new music. You know, I told you guys that Taj has the key to the new music. There's supposed to be video projects and the reopening of MJ1 and surprises to come. You know, I just feel kind of weird with Mandalay Bay, only because, you know, the one person that I talked to was kind of anti-Michael that worked there, and then the statue has been removed, and also it's so dusty in there, and I'm sure they have the key, and that Peter had posted that, you know, due to COVID that they can't get in there and they can't clean it and they can't do anything. But it looks awful and it's a bad representation, and I'm sure hundreds or thousands of people pass through there every day or every week. And they're seeing it, and they're seeing it look like an old beat up ghost town type of exhibit, you know, and so it doesn't give you a good feeling. So I told everybody, thank you so much, and it's a blessing. Okay, this one. Okay. The one thing that got Peter Michael Bobby to get my attention way back in January of 2012, how could I forget? January 15, 2012, is that, let me open this up, is that when Michael's official Twitter, which this was, and there's some bombshell that deals with 17 and Alive 3, I think. You guys just got to see it. You just got to see the Alive trilogy. You can't guess this stuff. If you think you can guess it, you cannot. Okay, so anyway, so here we go. So that was open, Michael's official account. The last time that he tweeted was June 24, 2009. And he was mentioning Taj, his three nephews, which is 3T, Taj, Terrell, and TJ, right? And then these numbers that they had up forever added up to 11, 7, and 11, which are Michael's favorite numbers, which was kind of weird that it ended up being like that for a long time. All right, so then, since you can't use that account anymore, Michael, and also there's a death hoax clue. This jacket right here had featured the ink symbol on it, which means life after death. Okay, you guys got to watch it. I'm telling you. Okay, I'll show you the full jacket in the Alive trilogy, right? All right, so this was Michael's official account before they had the check marks, right? And then the day that he finishes tweeting here, he opens up the account here. Okay, that is not a coincidence. It's too precise to be a coincidence. That was the first thing that made me go, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. All right, so one last thing. So as I'm reading, you know, the IRS case, right? As I read for comprehension, I don't read to just be finished. I read to learn and see if there's anything. And there's some good stuff in there, and I have some notes, but I'm going to make that its own live. But, you know, Michael and escape. Michael escaped. Okay, they're telling us. Plus, there's so much that he's just left out, but he can only deal with what's presented in the court. That's all he can deal with. So I wonder if, you know, in the back of his mind when he was doing his own research, if he ran across, because Taj Malik, not Taj Jackson, Taj Malik told him about the death hoax because he brings up conspiracy theories and looks dead in my face, you know. But he's not allowed to discuss it because they didn't discuss it in court, except for that one note that I believe Taj Malik gave him. And he talking about death hoax or conspiracy theories. I can't even remember because I was like, because he was looking dead in my face and I couldn't believe that she did that. So if anything comes up and they want to say that Michael faked his death, you knew, you had an idea. That's why I'm in the courtroom as a representation of Michael Jackson faked his death. I went to the T-Mesereau case, okay? I've done something else to where another judge knows about it. And so Michael, honey, I got your back. When you come back, I got you. But I know that you can't come back. We got to finish the appeal if Wade and James are going to appeal. Also, we got to finish the HBO case, and then, you know, the IRS. Are you going to appeal that? So the probate still can't close. So anyway, I hope BG is in college. I hope so, because he'll be emancipated too. So he's got to do something. There was a rumor that he bought some mansion. That's not true. TJ said that's definitely not true. So that he can maybe work for the estate too and get some money. Okay, it's a way you got to read it, and I just don't feel comfortable telling you guys about it, just reading the will and the trust, because I'm not gonna go there now. But anyway, love you guys, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, bye bye.